So we're gonna go off to camp in our minds because I couldn't decorate the room like a camp. So we're focusing on body paragraphs today, tomorrow, and Thursday. We're gonna go outside. We're gonna take our classroom outdoors. And today the students are gonna be doing a writing in the dark lesson. The lights are gonna go off in a moment. Woo! Power on! And I created this little pencil to go along with it so it goes over what each color represents. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today is February 26th, and it is the last week before the FSA writing test, which is a state writing test that my fourth graders are going to take next week, Tuesday, March 6th. I have a couple of activities planned for this week. I am sort of doing a transformation with my lessons. I'm going to have it themed like a writing camp. So we're going to go off to camp in our minds because I couldn't decorate the room like a camp. But nevertheless, we're still going to do activities as if we were in a sort of camp. I can't wait to share with you some of those things. But right now, I have to dash out and go to my Weight Watchers meeting this morning because it is Monday. And we haven't had a meeting in 2 weeks since last week was President's Day. All right, so I'll catch up with you sometime later today. All right, so now it's my lunchtime and I just got to reflect very quickly about this morning. So this morning the students were in 3 groups and they had to rotate into 3 different stations as part of our writing camp day 1 mission. So I kind of showed in the clip before this what that paper looked like. I'm going to show you a little bit more about the paper and what the students were doing in each station and why I'm focusing on these particular things today. And I just had a moment where I just kind of like felt a little bit stressed, pretty much stressed because I felt like, am I really teaching these students everything they need to know? I know I've been doing writing all year, but why aren't some of them still understanding what it is that I need them to do? The good thing is that once I felt that way and then I addressed that, as the session continued, by the time we were done and we had the debriefing at the end of the 3 rotations, they were able to understand fully, okay, this is why I need to unwrap my prompt. This is why I need to create my plan. And this is why I need to make sure my introduction has an opener and my topic sentence, which is my thesis. So I feel better, but I did feel so stressed out. But hopefully the afternoon, I'm just going to repeat it over and do it again. So let me show you what we were doing. So right here in the front, you see that I have laid out all of the 4 essays that the students wrote for the last month. You know how I had that Monday where they were practicing those 2-hour tests. So that's what we are using to focus our writing camp lessons this week. And this is basically the writing camp mission 1 that we're doing today. They had 3 of the 4 different prompts, and I'll explain to you why 3 and not all of the 4. But this is the Ella Fitzgerald informative essay. This is the Wild Among Us, effects of wild animals and humans having each other, informative essay. And this is the Kids in Sports opinion essay. And basically, they had to show me that they know how to unwrap the prompt. They had to show me that they know how to plan. And on the back, they had to show me that they knew how to write an introduction with an opener and a topic sentence. And here's the mission self-check where they just check off all the mission tasks. And once they do that, they attest that they have completed all the mission 1 task, and then they sign their name. So they had one for each of these 3 writing prompts. And the reason they didn't have it for the bike sharing program is because the bike sharing program will be their homework this week. Basically, they're going to take home what they wrote. This is my copy. What they wrote for the bike sharing program essay. And they're going to finish highlighting if they can to make sure they have all the parts of their body paragraphs. and they got a color sheet where they are rewriting one of those body paragraphs, and that's due tomorrow. And every day this week, they're going to be doing an activity that goes over the bike sharing program essay and making revisions to the entire essay. They've already revised their introductions, so now they're just going to be revising each body paragraph each day, and then by Thursday, they would have already revised their conclusion. So that's what they have for homework this week. In addition to that, as the students were doing their session activities, I showed them that 20 minutes was plenty of time to unwrap the prompt, plan their essay, and write the introduction. So I just did Ella Fitzgerald, and yes, during that time, I rewrote the prompt on the board, I circled, underlined, and asked. I found the APT, and I did the plan with just 2 reasons, just to show the kids that they could just do it, and then wrote a brand new introductory paragraph for that essay. At this point, I think I may have written like 7 different introductions to this essay, but I was just modeling for my students about what they needed to do. As part of the writing camp treats, I gave each student a pencil, a brand new pencil that says this is a magic wand, hence, pencils and magic wands, but also I tell them make magic happen with this pencil in your writing. So this is their day 1 treat, and tomorrow I'll show you what they get for their day 2 treat of being in writing camp. And today for lunch, I am just having my usual salad with a pack of lemon pepper tuna, my balsamic ginger dressing, and 2 clementine oranges. And I just want to add that after my Weight Watchers meeting this morning, even though these past 2 weeks have been super stressful, and I don't think I have been doing the program to the T like I would like to, I didn't lose or gain any weight, and that is completely fine with me. I am so happy because last time I did lose 4 pounds in 1 week, so I'm okay with not losing or gaining any weight. I'm just happy that I was able to maintain. So now I'm just going to keep going from this moment forward, and let's see what happens by next week. All right, so it's the end of the day, and the afternoon group did a really great job. I really like that even though I was frustrated in the morning, it did turn out to be a really great idea, the activity that I planned for today. So that's it. I'm getting ready right now to film 2 other videos that you're probably going to see before this one. One is going to be a Target haul, and the other one's going to be an Erin Condren unboxing. So I'll do that, and yeah, I'm going to be wearing the same shirt in those 2 videos. But such is life, right? Anyway, so I'll see you tomorrow for day 2 of writing camp. Good morning. So it's now Tuesday, February 28th, and we're still in full force with writing camp. So we're focusing on body paragraphs today, tomorrow, and Thursday. So today they are fully revising their Ella Fitzgerald body paragraphs. We already started. We're in full force. There's a lot of writing happening in my room, which is exciting. So I'm going to show you a pan view of the students' desk so you can see all the papers that are gathered around. So as you can see, these desks are full of papers and writing, and it just makes my dear teacher heart happy. So let's hope that the students will be able to really reinforce those important writing skills this week as we keep going over writing camp. All right, and for today, as you can see, I have my hair up in a bun. I call it like my pineapple bun because it's right at the top of my crown pretty much. Why? Because I'm wearing my pineapple shirt that I got from Target. So I am connecting with my inner pineapple, which is stand tall and wear a crown. So that's what I'm going with today. I have a special treat that I'm going to prepare for the students right now because like I said, every day they're going to get a special treat, and I can't wait to share this one with you, which is something that I came up with over the weekend. And when I say over the weekend, Sunday morning, I couldn't go to sleep. I woke up like at 6:30 in the morning and my mind was racing with ideas. So I started writing everything down, and I said, I'm doing writing camp, and what do you do in writing camp? You have writing camp food. So trail mix is a popular kind of food. So I looked into different ingredients that I can put together that would be kind of yummy, but also represent different things about their writing. So let me show you what I put together. So this is the writing treat that I prepared for them for today's day 2 of writing camp. And basically these are the ingredients that are in here so that you can see. There are pretzel sticks and there are raisins for reason. Pretzel sticks so they can stick to the topic. Raisins, because it sounds like reasons. So reasons to support their topic or claim. They need to have pop-in evidence. They need to have M&Ms, which are more and more details. The fish are for flowing transitions. And the teddy bears, the teddygrams, are for very good conventions. So that is the little treat that I gave them today for writing camp. And I easily just made this quick little simple card. I mean, it's not cutesy or anything. It's just simple. It just gets the job done as far as explaining to them what this trail mix represents. And I printed it on Astro Bright regular paper, not cardstock, just regular paper. And then I laminated it with my Scotch laminator in the classroom. So yep, those are the little treats that I made for my students today. So the students just received their writing trail mix baggies that I put together for them. It has this little note that lets them know what each item in their trail mix bag means. So there's pretzel sticks, and Louie is saying hi. Hi, Louie. And there's fish and bears, of course, and raisins for reasons, and M&Ms, and popping popcorn. And that's what it all represents right there.
So yummy.
So yummy?
So yummy.
Do you all like your writing treat?
Yes!
Here are more students eating their yummy writing treat. Really? Why so dramatic?
But I want more popcorn though, right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a little bit of everything. I'm glad you're enjoying it though. To serve as a yummy treat and a good reminder of what to include in your writing.
And also bears.
Yeah. As we are writing to Ella Fitzgerald or about her, we are listening to some Ella music as well on Pandora. All right, so now it's my lunchtime and it's been a really good morning. As you saw, so students were revising their Ella Fitzgerald body paragraphs. I had them listen to some jazz music through Pandora, and it created a nice atmosphere. They were also excited when they saw the writing trail mix treat, and they really appreciated it, and they get to keep the little card because I laminated it so that they have reminders. I also tell them if you want your parents to make this trail mix again at home, now you have the recipe right there and you'll know what everything stands for. So it's been a good morning, and now I get to do it all over again after lunch with my homeroom this afternoon. And for lunch today, I am just having some ground turkey breast with salad. Yep, those are my unicorn napkins that I got at the Target dollar spot and that I keep in my lunch bag. I have a pack of them. This is going to be sort of like a taco salad today, in a way. That's what I'm going to think as I'm eating it anyway. So yep, that's my lunch for today. All right, so it's the end of the day, and I meant to vlog earlier, but there was just no time. It was like speed through today. I couldn't vlog that much during my planning time because I was meeting with a teacher. At lunch, I tried to vlog as little bit as I could, and I had to end up eating my food like in 5 minutes really fast. And then I was very engaged with the students in the afternoon with their Ella Fitzgerald revisions while listening to jazz. I really liked it because it felt like a coffee shop kind of vibe, and we had a great time. And of course, after school, I had to do dismissal duty, and I had to meet with a parent, and it's already almost 5 o'clock, and I need to dash out of here because I have a 6 p.m. appointment. So I'll catch up with you tomorrow and let you know what else we are doing for writing camp. So I can't wait to show you what are the other activities we're going to be doing. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday. Today's February 28th is the last day of February, and tomorrow we'll be saying hello to the third month of the year. Yep, already, just like that. Almost a quarter through the entire year of 2018. Well, today I have a great lesson planned for the students. We're going to go outside. We're going to take our classroom outdoors. They're going to write about the wild among us, which is the effects that humans and animals have on each other when they live in the same environment or in the same area. So they're going to revise their body paragraphs for that essay because they already wrote to that. That was one of our practice tests. And we're going to do a fun bubble activity outside. And I actually wrote a poem to go along with the bubbles. So I'll share that with you later. This morning, hopefully, we'll have enough time to do all of that because the students are participating in an honor roll breakfast. All the students that got principal and superior honor roll are invited to a special breakfast sponsored by the school. So they're going to go at 8:45. Hopefully, it only takes maybe 45 minutes, and then we can get back into what we were going to do. So it's all going to be really exciting today. I can't wait. So I'll check back with you in a second. Oh, and one more thing. I wanted to share the t-shirt that I am wearing today. It's from the movie Mean Girls. It says, on Wednesdays, we wear pink. So why not? And I'm still wearing my high on top of my head, or on top of the crown of my head, bun. I'm gonna call this my pineapple bun because I wore it yesterday with my pineapple shirt, and it's gonna remind me that, hey, be like a pineapple, stand tall and wear a crown. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. See you soon. All right, so now it's my planning time. The students are now in art. We started outside doing our outdoor lesson, but we were only there for like 10 minutes or so because this morning's honor roll breakfast actually lasted an hour. So by the time the students came back, we had like 15 minutes before special. So we quickly went outside. I passed out the materials. I talked about their writing and things that I noticed that I liked and things that they needed to work on. One of the students got close to a perfect score. She got a 4.32. So I asked if it was okay if I read her paper, and I did, and the students were able to see instantly why her paper got that score. So that was great. So now after art, I will pick them up and we will go back outside to the outdoor classroom, and I'll make sure I do some footage of that so that you can see our outdoor classroom and see how it looks, and hopefully the students will have a great time. Now, about 15 minutes before lunch, actually today is Wednesday. I don't think they're gonna have enough time today. I just realized that. All right, so at least they'll be able to maybe revise one body paragraph. And about 15 minutes before we have to switch, what I'll do is I will talk to my co-teacher and see if we can actually switch after lunch because of time. And that way they'll have a little bit more time. They can revise that, at least that one body paragraph, and then they can do the bubble activity. And let me show you what I mean by that. So right before I show you what the bubble activity is, I want to quickly go over what the materials are for the students today. It's very similar to what they had yesterday. Actually, it is exactly the same thing with the exception that it now says Writing Camp Mission 3. It still says revised body paragraphs just like yesterday. And this time they're working on their informative essay, The Wild Among Us. So they still have their checklist for each body paragraph. They have their overall checklist. And because I know that some of the students may have written, that's the wrong paper. Let me show you this other one. Here we go. And because I know some of the students may have written a third body paragraph because it talks about 3 different animals, I included an extra one just in case so that they can add it to the first sheet. And that way they will have that. So that's the materials plus their actual essay of The Wild Among Us passage set with the prompt and their essays with my notes and suggestions for improving their writing. So they have all of these materials to help them complete today's mission. Now let me go ahead and show you the bubble activity. So because we're going to be outdoors and I want it to be a surprise, I have this bag that I got from Dollar Tree for $1. And inside of the bag, hold on, I'm going to need, actually, you can see it. Inside of the bag are a whole bunch of mini bubble bottles. And let me show you exactly what we're going to do with these. I went ahead and got my creative juices flowing, and I wrote this poem. And I titled it Bubble Magic. And all of them are going to get a copy of the poem. And again, I just created it on PowerPoint. It was 2 per 1 sheet of paper. And then I used Astro Bright's colored paper to print it on. And then I just cut it with my cutter. So this is what the poem says. And I wrote it myself. So Bubble Magic. This tiny bottle holds within magical moments expecting release. Just open it up, grab your wand, think magical thoughts, and blow them all out. Blow out all the fear, blow out all the doubt, blow out all the worries, and cast all cares out. Dance in the magic, dance in the wonder, dance in the laughter, be filled with the light. You have the knowledge, you have the tools, you have the power to do amazingly wonderful things. You just have to believe. So this is my little gift to them. This is their treat for Writing Camp Day 3. Along with their little bottle of bubbles, and they're going to be able to blow some bubbles outside right before lunch. So that's our fun treat for today for Writing Camp. All right, so you just got your bottles of bubbles with the little poem that I wrote, and I want you to follow along as I read this poem. Here we go, follow along. This tiny bottle holds within magical moments expecting release. Just open it up, grab your wand, think magical thoughts, and blow them all out. Blow out all the fear, blow out all the doubt, blow out all the worries, and cast all cares out. Dance in the magic, dance in the wonder, dance in the laughter. Be filled with the light. You have the knowledge, you have the tools, you have the power to do amazingly wonderful things. You just have to believe. So now you're going to act that out. You're going to open your bubbles, and we're going to blow some bubbles out for the next few minutes before we go to lunch. So now it's my lunchtime, and as you saw in the previous clip, the students had the opportunity to open their bottles of bubbles and blow some bubbles out. They really enjoyed the poem, and I'm so glad that they enjoyed that little treat for today. So now it's lunchtime, like I said, and let me show you what I'm going to eat for lunch today. So today I am eating some sushi. This is the salmon onion roll, and I eat it with ponzu sauce, and I'm also going to eat 2 mandarin oranges. I got this sushi from my local supermarket, which is Publix. So I'm gonna eat my lunch and get ready to repeat everything I just did with my morning group, with my afternoon group. And since today is Wednesday, it's early release, we're gonna really have to make good use of our time since the students get released today at 1:50. So I'll see you soon. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today is Thursday, or as you know, I like to refer to Friday Eve, and it is the first day of March, as you saw me change our calendar right now through the speed through. So it is exciting. It is the 4th day of writing camp, and today the students are going to be doing a writing in the dark lesson. So I don't know how that's going to come out in the video because it's going to be pretty dark in the classroom. Well, not that dark because it's not going to be completely dark. I am going to leave my lights that are underneath the board on, and I think I might have them flashing or just strobing the way that I usually leave them, or fading. Strobing or fading, I forgot which one it is. And I do have the disco ball in the ceiling like you saw me add in a previous video. So I'll have that on. And the students will also have their own lights. They are getting these finger lights. So 1 finger light per student, and this is how they're going to be able to write today during writing camp. Today they're going to be revising their kids in sports essays, and I can't wait to do that with them. Today's going to be a little bit of a longer day with my homeroom, which is fine because they didn't have a lot of time yesterday to finish their Wild Among Us essays, so hopefully they'll be able to do that this morning. Our specials are canceled because today is the day for the 8th graders in our school, because I do work at a K-8 center. They're taking their state writing test today, and they take it on the computer, so it's a computer-based test. So they'll be testing today, and they use our special area teachers to help administer those tests. So that's why I'll have an extra hour with my homeroom this morning, which also means I really don't have a break today, but I actually don't mind because I really need to spend time with my students and get them ready for the test. So I also want to apologize because yesterday I didn't continue the vlog and I didn't kind of tell you how the end of the day went, mostly because after school, I had a very brief meeting with some of the teachers in my team, and then there was a Black History Luncheon, which was so delicious. So thank you, Mr. Dorville and Mr. Becker, for your amazing cooking skills. That chicken and that bean salad were delicious. And I heard the mac and cheese was delicious too, but unfortunately, because of my dairy allergies, I can't have any. And also yesterday, I couldn't continue the vlog because I had to step into mom role. And I'm just going to say right now, it is so overwhelming sometimes to juggle the roles of being a 4th grade teacher, of being a 4th grade team leader, of being a PhD student because I am working on my doctorate, and also being a daughter and, you know, being a mom. And I am a single mom. So it's sometimes a little overwhelming to juggle all those roles all together. And with everything that's been happening in the world, as you all know, and last week, if you saw my videos, I was feeling overwhelmed, and that's why I did my teacher self-care video. It's just interesting, and I don't want to start crying because it's been kind of difficult. But, you know, these are things, and I just want to say that because it is a juggle, and sometimes I don't even know how I get it all done because it's a lot. But anyway, today is another day, and we're going to go forth and do what we can, and hopefully the students will have a great time while reviewing important writing skills. And I haven't decided exactly what the treat today will be because I'm deciding between two things, so we'll see what ends up being my decision later. So, all right, let me get going through the day, and I'll see you soon. And yesterday, while we were doing our lesson outdoors, a student in my homeroom class, which I had in the afternoon, picked up these cute little wildflowers from outside and gave them to me. She said they were for me. Oh, my students are so awesome. And these are so beautiful. Thank you so much. And these are the finger lights. I just took them out of the box, and this is how they come, very nicely packed by 4 different colors. And yeah, this is what we're going to be using today for our Writing in the Dark lesson. So the students received their little treat this morning, which is their pencil, right, with a rainbow of details, or write the rainbow, and the beads. This is like their camp craft. And everyone has their materials ready to go for the Writing in the Dark lesson. Are we ready?
Yes!
The lights will go off in 3, 2, 1. Everybody turn on your lights. Oh my God! How awesome! All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Waterfall. All right. So this is really cool, people. So now you are going to do your Writing in the Dark. Look through your kids and sports essays and make your body paragraphs better.
Yeah.
Woo! This is so exciting!
Party. Yeah, writing in the party.
Writing in the dark.
Writing in the dark.
Writing in the dark.
Writing in the dark. Writing in the dark. I feel like I'm roller skating. Writing in the dark. I feel like my school party.
Woo! This is so much fun! All right. We added some upbeat music to go along with this Writing in the Dark lesson. And the students are furiously looking through their papers, looking for ways to make improvements and write, you're all champions. I believe in you all.
Thank you.
I believe in you all. There are some great, amazing writers in this classroom. Woo! 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 All right, let's continue. All right, so now it's lunchtime. So I am done with my morning group and their lesson in writing in the dark. And I wanted to quickly show you what I put together as their surprise for today or their treat for today. I already kind of showed you in the clip when I was talking about what the students were about to do. But I wanted to show you the materials that I am using and what it is. So let me show you. So like I mentioned earlier, I created today's treat as a craft because in writing camp, you're in camp, camps have crafts. So basically, I just bought these pony beads from Michael's, and I was busy this weekend sorting through all the different colors in little snack bags. And I got these little artist palettes also at Michael's. They come 6 in a pack. And I have these binder rings, which are just the 1-inch binder rings from Office Depot. So the students are going to put these together in the binder rings. And I created this little pencil to go along with it so it goes over what each color represents. So write the rainbow. And I punched it with a star hole puncher. So that's basically it. Let me show you the finished product. So here is the finished product that goes over all the colors and in order. And the students can use this as a keychain or clip it on their book bags, etc. Just as a little reminder of what to include in their writing. Students have just received their materials for today's writing camp treat, which is also a craft. How appropriate, because you know when you're in camp you do arts and crafts. So this is something I came up with. And yeah, these are all the 3 teams. They each have 6 beads per each color. There's 6 colors. And all the colors are represented on the little pencil, which I created myself. And the 1-inch binder ring. So you guys excited to do this? Yeah! Awesome! We're going to start today's writing camp craft. So everybody please take a binder ring. The binder ring looks like this. And make sure these little teeth are at the top, not this part that hinges, the little teeth. And now you're going to apply force in the opposite direction. One hand goes towards you, the other hand goes away from you so that you can open it. And it looks like a W. So keep it here at the W and then wait for me so that you know what we're going to do next. Okay, if you need help opening, just raise your hand and I will come assist you. Alright, so hold the W. Hold the W in your hands. Just pinch it right at the middle. And on the left side, you're going to add the beads in the following order. Take a white bead and put it on the left. Take a yellow bead and put it in front of the white bead. Take the green bead and put it after the yellow. Okay? Good so far? Yeah. Now you're going to switch opposite hands. Now you're going to take your pencil, hold it like this. Hold your pencil like you can read it. Hold your this pencil, yes. Hold your pencil like you can read it, and you're going to put it on the right. Drop it in there. Now after your pencil, you're going to take the red bead and put it right there on the right side. Then you're going to take the orange and put it on top of the red. And then you're going to take the blue and put it on top of the orange. Now, with both fingers on either side, you're going to bring it together and push it close until it clicks. And then if you move these 3 over, and if you need help moving, just twist. As you move them over, just twist, twist, twist. They all come over, and look, now they're in order, in the correct order. So white is introduction, yellow is transitions, green is reasons or ideas, blue is evidence, orange is elaboration, and red is your conclusion because we stopped our essay. Nice. I can help people close, no problem. Thank you so much. And before we get to the rest of our agenda for today, We are revising the Wild Among Us body paragraphs while listening and watching beautiful nature, music, and visuals. And the students are making sure that they do their body paragraphs. Following the foldable, we need to finish yesterday's mission before we move on to the mission for today. All right, we're getting ready to do Writing in the Dark Part 2 with my afternoon group. So the lights are gonna go off in a moment. Woo! Power on! Nice. All right. So let's get to it. Using your finger lights, make sure you read through your papers and make revisions to your opinion essays. I will be walking around and checking your essays and giving you feedback as you work. So let's get to it. We have about 40 minutes to do this. So let's get to it. All right, hello everyone. It's now the end of the day and it's been a pretty good day. I do want to address that, of course, I do expect the students to be a little bit distracted during the Writing in the Dark lesson with the lights, looking around and all that stuff, but they actually did produce some writing. And at the end of it all, some of them told me, and this is in both classes, that they really appreciated all the things that we've been doing this week, especially today, and the days that we've been practicing our writing and revising our writing, because they feel better, they feel confident. They now know what they need to do in order to address the prompt and explain their reasons or ideas with the details and elaborations and evidence from the sources that they read. So tomorrow it's going to be a day where we're going to focus on conclusions, how we conclude our essays. We're still going to use the same 3 that they've been working on, which is the Ella Fitzgerald, the Wild Among Us, and the Kids in Sports. And then on Monday, I'm going to actually do an activity that a fellow 4th grade teacher shared with us this week. And I can't wait to share that with you. And going back to the Writing in the Dark lesson and all that stuff, yes, I expect them to play around and get a little distracted, but I did have to refocus them. Some of them were talking, and it's hard to write when people are talking, but the majority of them, they did a really good job. They paid attention to their writing and they actually enjoyed Writing in the Dark. They said it was really cool. So I'm really happy that I was able to do that with the students. It's been a really good week. They also loved today's little writing craft and the treat for today. And an extra treat for them was that I actually let them keep the finger lights that they used. I actually have plenty that I can use them for future lessons with this class and with my future class. So it's gonna be fine. I do have to say though that the red lights, I first gave them out with my first class, but the red light in the dark was very hard to see, so I did collect them back and I gave them either a blue, a green, or a white light. Obviously the white light was better, but both the green and the blue lights were pretty bright enough that they could actually see their writing and do some work in the dark. It was a lot of fun and I really liked that I was able to do that. So I'll see you tomorrow for what happens on day 5 of writing camp. Hello everyone and welcome to Friday. Today is Funky T-shirt Friday, and as you can already tell, this is my funky t-shirt for today. Is a graphic tee and it says train like you are one with the Force. So if you have been following my vlogs, you know that I'm a big Star Wars fan, so I love this. And train, I got this as a fitness shirt, but I was telling the students it doesn't only have to apply to exercise. It could be anything that you're trying to work towards attaining a greater goal. So in their case, since we have been doing writing camp this week, it's train for the writing test so that we can do a great job. So talking about the writing test and talking about writing camp, I can't wait to show you what we have planned for today and today's treat. So we're going to start with that. I'm going to go ahead and show you the ingredients for today's treat, or the materials for today's treat, or whatever you want to call it. You'll see what it is and how I'm going to put it all together. So you get to see that right now, and I'll also be showing you some clips of what we're going to be doing later on today. So I can't wait to share with you our final day of writing camp. Today I'm kind of cutting it close with today's treat because I wasn't able to do it last night, but I have all the ingredients for today's writing camp treat. They're going to get s'mores. It's going to be a s'mores writing trail mix. The static is sticking to the bag. So I have more Teddy grams because that's like graham crackers. I have s'mores without marshmallows. So I have mini marshmallows. I probably overbought, but I wasn't sure how much I was going to need for 36 students. And I got Hershey's milk chocolate chips. And I think I got, 3 bags of those as well. So here is 2, and here is 3. And of course, those will go in little snack bags. So those are all the ingredients for today's Writing Camp Day 5 treat. Now I'm just gonna put them all together. And I actually just brought my own from home. I have tablespoons, so I'm gonna use the tablespoon for the chocolate chips. And I have my 1/4 cup for the marshmallows and the Teddy Grahams. So let me get busy putting those together. And I'll also show you the little piece of paper that's going to go inside the bag so that they know what it represents. So this is the leftovers from after putting all those snack bags together, and I actually ended up with 1 extra marshmallow bag and 1 extra Teddy Graham bag, and it made 40 snack bags. So yep, those are the treats for today. Now I just have to put the little cards that go in there, which I'll show you in a moment. So these are the little tags or the little papers that will go inside of their s'mores writing treats for today. I just created it really quickly on the computer, and I used some clip art of s'mores. I wrote this myself, and now I'm just going to laminate it and put it inside the little snack bags. So I just finished putting all the little notes inside each baggie of s'mores mix, and I just need to now put it on top of the students' desks, and when they come back from specials, they'll see the nice surprise for today, a special treat from me to them. After all, what camp will be complete without s'mores? So I'm so happy with how these came out, and I can't wait for the students to see it. Just finished putting all the little s'mores treats on each of my students' desks. And now it's just a matter of waiting for them when I bring them back from specials to see how they like their treat. If it's anything like the reaction from Tuesday when I gave out the writing trail mix and my other class came from their specials and they found it on their desk after specials, if it's anything like their reaction, then they're going to cheer for joy. Now I just have to take the rest of these for my afternoon class and put them away in my bag so that they're a surprise when they come to me in the afternoon. All right, let's go in.
Oh my Lord! Hallelujah! Yeah! Oh my God!
All right, I just finished putting all the treats on the students' desk for my afternoon class. And now I'm just gonna let them in because it's after lunchtime and see their reaction as well. And one of my amazing moms, who is also a teacher at our school and is also in my Weight Watchers group, made this healthy snack for us. And I can't wait to try it. It's just strawberries, bananas, and peanut butter. Yummy.
I forgot to clean my desk.
All right, come on in. Hi.
Messy bears don't care. There's the gummy bears, there's chocolate chips. Thank you so much, Miss Sanchez. You're the best teacher ever.
You're welcome, kids. All right, so it's the end of the day, and I can say that it was a really good week. The students were excited the entire week. They loved doing all the different lessons that I have planned for them. They loved the little treats that I provided for them. I have to say that a lot of them closed their eyes every time they knew I was going to pass out a treat because they wanted that sense of surprise. And it was amazing. I even had a parent today stop me after I dropped off the students to specials because the parent is also a teacher here at our school. And she said, "Thank you so much for everything that you're doing this week. I mean, I can see the little treats that my son is bringing home and he is just loving it." And I told him that that takes time. And it's really nice that your teacher is going out of her way to do this for you all. And she says, "I see it and I appreciate it." And it was just great. I love it, love it, love it. I have to reflect on this week, and I have to say that I'm very proud of myself because I remember at the beginning of the school year, I told myself, okay, so one of your goals for the classroom for 2018 is to add more novelty, more fun, so that you can engage the students in a way that they see that learning is fun and exciting. And it doesn't have to be monotonous or boring or, oh my God, here we go, doing another writing lesson again. They were actually looking forward to what I planned for them each week. I love incorporating movements as they did rotations. We did rotations Monday and we did rotations today. So as you saw in the clips, I was using the online timer and they were timed today for 5 minutes to do their conclusion rotation. They were revising their conclusions for 3 different essays that, again, we have previously written to. And I love to see the students tell me that they really valued all the time that we spent this going over revisions and going over what it is that they need to make sure they include in their essays. So I'm very, very proud of my students, all their hard work this week, how amazing they were. So I really love incorporating the movement because definitely getting them up and out of their seats and rotating around the room, that was great. I also incorporated music. You saw today in the little clips, there was some relaxing music playing. When we did the Writing in the Dark lesson, there was some type of like disco music playing. So, and when we did Ella Fitzgerald, we did the jazz music and her music playing through Pandora while they were revising the essay on her. So I'm very happy with how that went. I'm also happy with the different types of lessons. The Ella Fitzgerald, kind of like a cafe style, the outdoor lesson in the outdoor classroom, the Writing in the Dark lesson that we had yesterday. So I'm really happy with how everything turned out. I know I said that quite a lot, but I'm just excited. And that's, besides the fact that I've had a pretty tough week, feeling the stress of getting the students ready for next week and tweaking those little things that I need to make sure that they remember to do. So on top of that, being a parent and going through the things that you go as a single parent or as a parent in general, who is also working, who is also the sole provider of the household. So there's a lot of things to juggle and the feeling of overwhelmness comes in. But I did stop for some self-care yesterday, especially after work. I went ahead and I said, you know what? I'm going to go watch the ocean. So I sat there at the ocean and I was watching the waves. And as I was there, I was like, you know what? Do something else for yourself. You haven't gone to see a movie in a while. So I actually booked a ticket and I went to the theater and I saw a movie. And then after that, I went home and I try to relax and have a good night. And yes, I was very tired this morning. I was very tired most of today, but I was here for my students. We had a very good, productive week. They did some really good work, and they were able to get some great feedback from me, which they appreciated tremendously. So all in all, writing camp is a success. I really liked it. Of course, there are things that I would tweak and I would change. A lot of the things that I created this week, a lot of the material that you saw in the video, I created myself on a whim. A lot of it I was planning day by day. Like I already had planned the whole entire week. I knew what I was going to do, what I was going to focus on. I knew the materials that I was going to need each day to give to the students. But a lot of it I was creating day by day. The bubble poem, I was doing final revisions to that poem the morning of Wednesday before I gave it to them. The treat for today, the s'mores activity, I was doing final preparations for that last night into this morning. I kind of already wrote the s'mores writing success little tag, but I hadn't typed it up, I hadn't designed it, so I had to quickly do it, and it came out great. So a lot of it I did on a whim. I did super fast. It was like, I'm thinking of it, okay, I'm gonna do it. So it did take some time for me to come up with it, and I know that there's things that I would do a little bit different next time, and I would make some changes to a couple of other things, but for the most part, I will surely continue doing this in the future. I love how creative I got with the little treats that the students got each day, and how I was able to create them. Like from Monday's writing trail mix, no, that was Tuesday. I'm so like out of it. From Monday's pencil that I designed from the Atlas Pen and Pencil Company, or the website for teachersonly.com. That is a maroon custom pencil that you can decide what to put on it. I believe it's like 20 characters maximum. So I wrote, this is a magic wand, and this particular one, because it was maroon, the letters came out in white. That's just by default, that's how it is. So I gave that as their treat for Tuesday. The writing trail mix, I was already thinking about that all weekend, and I put those together over the weekend, and I made the little card. I think that morning I made the card. It wasn't that creative, but hey, I printed it out on not cardstock. I printed it out on Astro Bright color paper, and then I just cut it out and I put it inside. For Wednesday, like I said, the bubble poem, I finished it that morning. Yesterday's treat was, what was yesterday's treat? Oh yeah, I just went blank. Yesterday's treat was the craft with the little binder ring and the beads. That I had already planned since the weekend. I sorted through the beads over the weekend. I put them in those little snack bags, and I had already thought about what I was going to do, but I wanted to add an extra element to that, which ended up being the pencil that I created, and I created that morning. I printed those out, I laminated them, I cut them out, and they were ready to go. The students really loved that, because what's camp without a craft, right? And the same thing with today, s'mores. I was just fine-tuning that one last night. I was like, okay, I thought about doing s'mores as a, last day surprise or treat, but I wasn't sure if I was really going to do it, and if I was going to do it, how was I going to connect it to writing? And that's how I came up with the little card, the s'mores writing success card that you saw in the previous clip, and me putting all that together. I love thinking quickly and on the moment, but now that I know how to put it all together, I would package it a lot better for next year or next time that I get to do writing camp. And if you are interested in getting my writing camp packet that I'm thinking of putting together, leave a comment down below and let me know what was your favorite part and what you're looking forward to doing with your students. So that's basically writing camp. It is now Friday, like I mentioned before. It's the weekend, so Monday will be the final day before the writing test, and I'm not planning to do any writing camp related things. I'm planning to do some group activities, some fun review kind of things for the students, so yeah, I can't wait for that. And that's it. Now I'm just gonna pray and hope that my students do a great job on Tuesday, and they remember all the different things that I taught throughout the year, all the different things that I was reminding them of this week. I hope they can hear my little voice in their heads as they are writing away in their state writing test. I'm looking forward to how they do, and yeah, after that we're going to focus on finishing off on our reading standards and making sure we also fine-tune some of the standards that they need more practice with. Next week's vlog will probably focus a little bit on poetry, and my students are going to start a poetry portfolio which I created myself, and I can't wait to share that with you. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button. Also, leave a comment down below and just say hello and let me know what you thought of this video and any ideas that you particularly liked or were your favorites. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Mariely Sanchez. I am a 4th grade teacher in South Florida, and I am so happy to have you come along with me on this week's vlog. Please consider subscribing, and if you're subscribed and you haven't hit the notification bell yet, make sure you do so that you don't miss any future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you next week. Have a beautiful, magical day, and as always, don't forget to smile.